Happy holidays from Seasonic Electronics Incorporated. They were very nice and they sent me a lot of stuff for promoting their power supplies. If you're looking for a power supply for your computer, make sure to check into them. They're really, really good. Welcome back to another episode of What You Missed News, the video game news show where I recap some of the more interesting video game stories that came out, articles, things that have dropped that would affect the video game industry at large and you potentially. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got, wait, what's that? You say you see a Super Nintendo Classic Edition sitting right here. Why yes you do. This will be for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. But until then, we're gonna jump right into the news. So, let me begin by saying Destiny 2's lack of transparency infuriates players yet again. Ooh, so we had an XP scandal earlier, a Bright Engram scandal, which essentially boils down to loot boxes in Destiny 2. And now we have another problem, which is essentially people being upset at the 3th coin functionality and the engrams that you can get from Azure that are exotics. Now, I have not personally validated this stuff myself. I am only going off reports of what people have said, but I mean, if they get picked up by the news, you know, these places could essentially be sued if they were wrong. So I'm going to put stock in players right now because I don't trust Bungie at all whatsoever. What it boils down to is that there's an item in Destiny 2 that can get you exotic weapons, which are some of the best weapons in the game. I mean, you can get exotic gear, it's not just weapons, so even armor too. And it's really cool, right? You're probably saying to yourself, yeah, okay, I can get behind that. Awesome weapons. You get an item that helps you get those. There's something that will give you a chance to get exotic weapons better. This is a 50% chance increase, except that it doesn't work on heroic strikes, which is something that actually increases the chances of you getting better gear. So that's kind of ironic. It does it in other activities. These can range from doing certain things on each planet, there's not patrols, but these group events that occur, to strikes, to Crucible, things like that. And people didn't know the chances, and it came out that it was 50%, but it wasn't working at all. People had tested it over and over and over again. They didn't get more exotics than what they would have gotten before. So this update is going to tell you all of the stuff that has been going on. You can check into both of these stories. It's really bad. If you're playing Destiny 2, I feel bad for you, man. I'm not really supporting them. I did buy a season pass with Destiny 2, so I do have that, but I mean, I play it on Xbox One occasionally, and that's about it. I used to be a really big Destiny fan, and I thought when they introduced Destiny 2 that they were going to fix a lot of their problems, but I can see that the company is being guided by Activision, and Activision really does push for a lot of these things within their games as well. I'm not trying to throw shade or slander, but the video game industry is pretty crappy when you can't even have transparency with your video game that you're supposed to be spending hundreds of hours on each week. On to something a little bit different. Hori's PS4 Fighting Edge controller is a beauty, and I could not agree more. This is a really nice arcade stick. If you guys are too young to have ever really stepped into an arcade and played with an arcade stick, you're missing out. Now, this is going to probably set you back quite a bit of money. It's really nice, made by the legendary creators Hori. Costs $200, works with PC and PlayStation 4. I might actually get this because, I mean, I really love arcade games. I don't like that it doesn't work with the Xbox because I have a lot of arcade games on the Xbox. To name one, at the X-Men arcade game, oh my god, I love it. And the Simpsons arcade game, the stick would have worked really nice with that. So that's kind of crappy. I don't know, I might be able to emulate things with MAME on the computer, but it's not the same, if you get what I'm saying. Essentially, it's a really nice fighting stick. Check into it if you're really into fighting games. One man is trying to speedrun 3 Final Fantasy games at the same time. Woo! I think this was originally supposed to be 4, but the person's computer was struggling to emulate the 4 of them at the same time. And then, because of that, there was input lag, dropped commands, frames that were dropping, and so he cut it down to 3, and now he's attempting to do these 3. You can see it over on Twitch. It's pretty interesting. I don't know why. I really don't understand why you want to do this. The name is Albadi, and yeah, they asked him not to use his full name. He's in Spain. He's Spanish individual, but yeah, he's doing this. I guess you could do it with Final Fantasy. There would probably be times where you're supposed to be controlling all three, but because of the turn-based battles, you would be able to take time and just press the commands and wait for the game to process and do what it needs to do. And then you would essentially be able to do all three at the same time. I often play 2 games at the same time while editing and watching something. I'm a big multitasker, so that's what I end up doing. The Witcher 3 now officially runs at 60 FPS on the Xbox One X. It achieves this by adjusting itself to a performance mode or a 4K mode. 4K mode allows you 30 FPS with 4K visuals. Performance mode uses 4K, but dynamic resolution scaling, so there are times where it will look a lot better and times where it will look a lot worse, but it will maintain and continue to hold that 60 FPS, which is really good. Unknown Battlegrounds finally comes out for real. Apparently it is going to be 2 a.m. by the time that this comes out. This would be this video is going to drop by the time it's released, but it's going to be releasing at 2 a.m. in the morning, so that's a thing. It's going to be a real release, just like with Minecraft being in a productive state but being playable to the public. This game is also in the same productive state. It's mostly complete. Most people would agree that the glitches and the problems can be fixed and patched, but the game itself is complete because there was a streamer that was asked, a big popular individual pro streamer, Chris Sacrio, was asked if he thought the game was complete, and yeah, he agrees that even though there's a few bugs and problems that could be patched out, it is essentially finished and that it can be released. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're interested in Unknown Battlegrounds, it's officially releasing. Now, I don't know if the patch really fixed the frame rate issues that the Xbox One and Xbox One X had, but it's still being officially released. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're pleased to inform you that Zelda is actually the boy. Woo! So there was a popular individual, Ariel Dumas. Where? Cut that out. Ariel, over on Twitter, has put out an announcement on Twitter saying, "Zelda, what are you doing?" And she took a clip of Link doing something, and a lot of people have been trying to correct you, and then they doubled down saying, "LOL, no, my dude, are you like new to gaming? It's clearly Zelda. His name is the same as the game." And they're talking about the game Zelda. Hang on, I got you right now. Here, check this out. So yeah, they went on to say that it's pretty silly. Like, it's called The Legend of Zelda because the legend is about the person running around doing the adventure, saving the princess. Link, who never does anything, essentially, is what they're trying to imply. Man, this game case is so cool. Anyways, essentially, they're making the argument that because this is the name of the game, that the lead protagonist is called Zelda, when in reality, it's not. Yes, Super Mario Brothers is that, but it would be kind of the same thing with Metroid. Samus is not named Metroid. Metroid is the species that Samus takes on and destroys. And this was a massive Twitter trolling argument, things like this. A bunch of quotes were being thrown up, misquotes, lies. There's one from Shigeru Miyamoto that says, quote, "Actually, Zelda is the boy." And then it says Hideo Kojima, Nintendo founder. Top tier trolling, fam. Anyways, the point is that Zelda is the princess in the game, and it's centered around Zelda. It's centered around Zelda because Zelda has the Triforce of Wisdom. The reason that the land goes crazy and goes bad is because Ganon, the wielder of the Triforce of Power, kidnaps Zelda to gain the Triforce of Wisdom and hopes to reveal the Triforce of Courage so that he can steal and unite all three to grant his wish to conquer the world and bring it into a world that he personally would enjoy. And that's essentially why the game is called Zelda, because it centers around the princess and saving the princess, because when you save the princess, you also have to defeat the wielder of the Triforce of Power, essentially saving the world. So, the long and the short of it, there's Zelda in a nutshell. Breath of the Wild DLC's boss has a funny weakness. It's bananas. Seriously, it's bananas. Apparently, bananas is a big thing in this game, so I haven't played the DLC, ladies and gentlemen, so I couldn't tell you. But essentially, it's like a reference to something that happened 10,000s of years ago, and that's cool. Some people were saying that they don't understand what this is referencing to. It's still a mystery to me. Producer Edgy had been quoted saying that on the Nintendo Switch news channel, but I would like to interject and say that I think I might know what this is a reference to, and that would be Iwata. You guys remember Iwata? At one point in time, he held a banana and just looked at it and then looked to the camera. It's a funny meme, and rest in peace, Iwata. But whenever I think of bananas and Nintendo, that's exactly what I go to. I used to think Donkey Kong, but now I think of that. Twitch's new reality series will pit streamers against each other for $60,000. You can win $60,000. It wouldn't be a bulk payment. It will be $5,000 each month, essentially granting you a pretty decent salary and allowing you to take a year off to do whatever you would like. This is essentially going to be two streamers facing off each other in a series of challenges. I'm not sure if they're going to be directly versing each other in some sort of combat on these games, or rather performing stunts and skills and racing against each other, or whoever can do something properly. They are taking applications, but you have to be part of Twitch's partner program, and you have to be 18 years old. Good luck. I really have no interest in this because, unfortunately, Twitch won't partner me because not enough people watch my Twitch channel. So here's a healthy plug to watch my Twitch channel. Head on over to Protomario on Twitch. I stream 8:30 on Eastern times, but I will tweet it out first. So, again, follow me on Twitter, too, and you'll find out when I'm streaming because I always let people know. The PS4's library of PS2 games is only getting more disappointing, they say. Unfortunately, this is kind of a misleading article, but it's not, because you know, it all relates together, so I'm not going to call them out on that. However, for whatever reason, the PS2 library is missing from the PS4's online store. So essentially, you can't even get to it. They only have 50 games backwards compatible, and you compare that to the Xbox One, that's laughable. I mean, whenever I look to ready to be installed on my Xbox One, because I bought so many 360 games and have so many games, like it's just filled to the max, man. There's like over 100 games that are ready to be installed on top of the 200 I already have on the Xbox One. So the library is massive for backwards compatibility. I think Microsoft really did a great job with that. But the PlayStation 4, now they're missing their PS2 library. When reached out for comment, they didn't comment. They haven't said anything about it. So it could very well be a glitch or a problem with the system. But there you go. So, finally, I wanted to end on this. This is an extra SNES classic I found. I actually found 3 of them. I only picked up 2 because I'm not a greedy guts. Now, I was able to mod out mine and put the games on it, so that leaves this one. Who and why should I give this to someone, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? I was thinking next month that this could be a giveaway for my patron. For those individuals who are over there, and I'm thinking about putting it on the $5 tier. What do you think about that? Leave your comments in the section below. So essentially, in January, for those who pledge $5, you'll have a chance to win this. A chance to win an SNES Classic for $5, and the amount of people that would be pledging for $5, yeah, that's pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? So there's probably not going to be a lot of people pledging, so you probably have a good chance. But I'm just teasing that for January. I just want to let you know that that was coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this episode of What You Missed News. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a like. If you didn't, leave me a dislike and tell me some constructive criticism that I can do to make the show better. I'm trying hard to improve myself and be a better person overall. So I really appreciate you tuning in. I've been your host, Protomario. I'm signing out. As always, good gaming. God bless. And I'm going to go play Zelda, the main character, and save Princess Link. Peace out.